Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally back with wins and fails from the community that I've managed to grab. We're going to be starting off with Swindle 321, who's in the Death Star, currently being pummeled quite a bit by the other team. You can see he's not on a lot of health. Having said that, just because he's not on a lot of health, still doesn't give you the right to go and YOLO him, as the C100 on the far left hand side with a lot more health than what he does. He eventually finds out is the root cause of why you don't do that. That big 183mm gun will make short work of your tank. EMPERORDENNIS is currently, I believe it's like a tier 3 game overall, tier 2s, 3s. I can't really see it with my screen the way it is. But there is someone in front of him, and every now and then he and the artillery are firing in the general direction of where he thinks they are. Sooner or later, someone is going to get hit. Every now and then, checking, seeing where he can fire. It just seems like a completely blind shot. This guy could be absolutely anywhere. Anywhere on the map. Nope, he's got to be there. That's a really, really good shot. Moving on to METALRODENT. If there are many pieces of scenery on the map, there are also many pieces of scenery that you can destroy, no matter how much you actually hide behind. And because of the rate of fire of the gun and the other people around him, they all just decide to lay waste to this person's house. The poor people who have to literally sit there and watch their house get destroyed because some tank decides to go and sit behind it. Eventually he gets killed, but that poor person, they're not going to go back to very much. JETHRO 66, obviously LGT at the start. In a tier 10 game, now I've always had trouble against big tanks such as E4 because of the amount of goddamn armor they have. You don't do anything but track damage or bounce. Apparently that's not the case. Either they've got a massive weak spot or there is just basically amazing accuracy because this E4 goes bye-bye. Nice little ammo rack on the bottom of him. Perfect shot. How did you pen? That is amazing. Moving on to GALLANT Prime and the artillery. The general use of an artillery is to fire over things at long range. So like stuff on the other end of the map in the top-down view. They're not really used as tank destroyers, although to be perfectly honest, the way Prime plays his tank, it might as well be a tank destroyer because that's one hell of a good shot. It just RB'd him to death. Moving on to Cookie Monster. We're in Mr. Derpy Tank, and we're going to go for one now. We're going to go for a double kill in the KV2. How do people keep pulling off these ridiculous shots? I don't know. Codename 889 on Sandra of a Night. Really nice. I like the sunset on this map. And again, we're in tanks, such as the Russian ones, whereby they don't actually aim really well. And it is surprising how the accuracy and the aim time all feck up and don't decide to do anything right, but the damage rolls are amazing. And yet, people are still able to do this. And not even bother aiming right. How? I just know. It goes over my head sometimes. SINSTR 01 in the little FE Burr. Really fun little artillery that can do a lot of damage if you hit in the right spot. But at the same time, the amount of reload it's got is phenomenal. He's about to be surrounded by another tank, but it's not the case. A quick little reverse, quick fire, and he just takes out his adversary, who completely misses him with a shot, and he jinks him and leads him on. SNIPERSLAWW, he's in a battle, 1v1, last tanks of the game, artillery, what's going to happen? Who's going to win the game? Oh, he missed, he's going to fire, he goes on and wins it. It's one of those like, oh my god, this is a 1v1 versus artillery, the worst way in which a game could end. And they both come across each other. It's a case of like waiting, who's going to fire, oh my god, he's fired, he's missed. And then he goes on to clutch the game for the win. Not as much XP as what you'd like and what you deserve, but it's there in the end. And finally on to Joshua 84. The Tiger P is a really nice tank to use. Not used myself, but I've seen it in battle. And you don't even need to fire the gun to be intimidating. Just keep driving at someone and eventually they will drive themselves off the map into the water as if they're basically sinking like the Titanic. And game over, might as well move on to another person. Dropping a little awesome tag as well. That's brilliant. But yeah, that's the end of the brand new wins and fails that I've got this week for you. Well, this one, the wins. The fails video will be up separate. They are still trying to get a few more clips for that. If you did enjoy them, don't forget to submit your vote in the forums because there will be winners. Overall, they're going to be 3-day premium winners for the ones who've got the most clips. There is also a $10 gift code that I've got that I'm going to try and figure out how to somehow incorporate that into other videos. But stay tuned for that one. And as always, if you liked it, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and share the hell out of it, because these are one hell of an awesome set of clips to be able to view on, everyone. So hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for your time.